Hi guys, this is Satya from Driving.com, and in this video, we'll show you various methods through which you could fix the issue of your OnePlus phone being stuck at the orange state warning sign. So as you could see, currently my phone is stuck at this stage, and even on using various hardware key combination or using ADB commands, I am not able to do anything as of now. So if I try to verify the same whether my phone is in the ADB or the fast boot mode, so as you could see, currently it's unauthorized, so I will not be able to type in any command or use any ADB command. Likewise, if I use the fastboot command, then as of now it's not in the fastboot state, so it will not show any command as such. So I cannot use any of the fastboot ADB commands to get this job done, nor I could use the volume or power key to carry out any tweak as such. So in this video, I'll show you how to rectify this issue using 4 different methods. I will start off from the easiest method and then move ahead with the complex one. Do keep in mind that some of these fixes might wipe off all the data from your phone, so make sure you have taken a backup beforehand. So out of the 4 fixes, the first fix will not wipe off any data, whereas the third and fourth fix will wipe off all the data. The second fix is somewhat I am not sure, it might wipe off the data depending on the firmware size. If the firmware has the fastboot space -w command, it will wipe off all the data, otherwise it will not wipe any data. But the first method will not wipe any data, and the third and fourth will surely wipe off all the data. So please keep this point in mind. And with that said, let's get started. Our first course of action is to force reboot our phone to the fastboot mode from the orange state. So for that, you will first and foremost have to press and hold the power, volume up and volume down keys to power off your phone. Simply holding the power key will not power off your phone. You will have to press and hold all these 3 keys at the same time and keep on holding them for around 8 to 10 seconds, and your phone will then power off. As soon as the phone powers off, let go of all the 3 keys and now press and hold the power and volume down keys for around 6 to 8 seconds, and your phone will now boot to the fastboot mode. As soon as it boots to the fastboot mode, make sure to release the key, or else your phone will undergo a restart once again. So once we are now in the fastboot mode, let's verify the connection as well. For that, get hold of the Android SDK platform tools from this guide and extract them onto your PC. You would extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done the extraction in C drive, and these are the files of platform tools. Let's now verify the fastboot connection. So type in CMD in the address bar and hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside platform tools. Now type in fastboot devices and make sure that you're getting a serial ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you'll have to install fastboot drivers. I have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You could refer to my guide and the video and get this job done. Once you have installed the drivers, right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and make sure that your phone is being shown as Android bootloader interface. So this, as well as the serial ID next to fastboot, signify that your PC is able to read the phone in fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So let's start off with the easiest of fixes. So in most cases, it might just be the case that the boot partition has got corrupted. So simply flashing the stock boot IMG file, or rather the boot IMG file, should get the job done. However, there is a major thing to keep in mind. You will have to flash the exact same boot IMG which is currently installed onto your phone. In other words, you will have to extract the boot IMG from the same firmware which is currently installed onto your phone, and this might be a tough job to identify the firmware version which is currently installed, because your phone cannot boot to the OS, so you will not be able to get hold of the current OS version. So if you are not sure of the OS version, then skip to the next fix. On the other hand, if you are aware of the OS version, then you may try out this fix. So in this fix, you just have to flash the current boot IMG file. I already know the boot IMG version for my phone, so currently I am using a custom ROM. The fix is applicable across all the custom and stock ROM. That's not a cause of any concern. And in my case, I just have to get hold of the boot IMG file which I have got. So in your case, if you are using a Pixel ROM, then you could simply extract the Pixel zip file using the built-in Windows extraction tool. Moreover, make sure to download the full factory image and not the OTA file. Then if you're using a Xiaomi phone, then extract the .tgz file using 7-zip. This will give you a tar folder. Again, extract the tar folder using 7-zip and you will get the images folder. So go inside the images folder and you will get the partition file. In case of OnePlus and all the other custom ROM, you will get their files in the payload bin file. So you will have to extract the payload bin using the fastboot enhance tool. For instance, let me show you. This is the fastboot enhance tool. You will have to transfer the payload bin file inside this tool. Now open the fastboot enhance tool, go to payload dumper, hit the browse button, select payload bin file, click on open, go to partition, And now choose the boot image file from here, click on allow incremental and click on extract image, choose the location and click OK. And with this you will get the file. It will take a few seconds for it to extract it, and extraction is complete. So let me show you on the desktop. This is the boot img file which we have got. So you have to extract the boot img file and then transfer the file inside the platform to folder on your PC. So this is the boot img file in my case, and now you just have to flash the file onto your phone. So let's flash it. For that, type in fastboot flash partition name, which is boot, and the file name boot.img, and hit enter. And let's wait for a few seconds and then we'll verify the result if it's fixed or not. So we could now reboot our phone to the OS and type in fastboot reboot, and let me see if my phone boots to the OS or not. If it does boot to the OS, then that signifies that the issue was with the corrupt boot partition. But if my phone still does not boot to the OS, then it means that something is wrong somewhere else. Okay, so my phone is now booting to the OS. So in my case, the first fix worked well and good, but that might not be the case with you. So in that case, we will have to move over to the next fix. But for that, I'll first have to manually brick my phone once again and show you that error message once again. Since I'm currently in the OS, I'll have to once again brick my phone, which will take only a few seconds. So just give me a minute. I will once again corrupt my phone, and just a minute. Let's first boot to the fastboot mode, and from the fastboot mode, let me flash a boot img file of any other ROM. Currently I'm on the Lineage ROM. Let me flash the boot img of the CRDroid ROM, CRDroid boot img, and now hit enter, and the flashing should now get complete in a matter of few seconds. Once that is done, we could now reboot our phone to the recovery. Since I have corrupted the boot and recovery partition, the phone should not reboot to the recovery, and we should now once again get the same error message. Let me show you. And now my phone is again in the same state, orange state warning sign. It will not be able to boot to the OS. So let's now move ahead with the next fix. So if the first fix did not work for you, then the next fix involves you to flash the firmware. The firmware is not the entire ROM, it's just a firmware file, and it will be along the lines of, I guess, 100 to 200 MB. And one major benefit of this fix is, apart from the fact that it will rectify the current issue, it will also end up removing the orange state warning sign from your phone. So let me show you how that could be done as well. So let's now flash the firmware and check out the result. So for that, you will have to first and foremost boot your phone to the fastboot mode. So as I explained you earlier as well in this section, so press and hold the power, volume up and volume down keys for a few seconds until your phone powers off. So let's just wait for that to happen, and it will take a few more seconds. And our phone is now powered off. And now press and hold the power and volume down keys for a few seconds, and then let go of the keys, and you are now in the fastboot mode. So let's start off with the flashing of the firmware. So first and foremost, you will have to get hold of the firmware file from here. So download the firmware zip file for your phone. In my case, I'm using the OnePlus 9 Pro. Again, it's recommended to download the same firmware which is currently installed onto your phone. If that is not possible, then at least download the same firmware which corresponds to the Android version. For instance, I am currently on Oxygen OS 13.1, so I'll download the same 13.1. The version might be a different. Also, make sure that it should be of the same region as well. This is India, Europe, and North America. So in my case, I might already be having the firmware. Just this is the firmware in my case. So now, once you are in the fastboot mode, you will have to flash this file using the TWRP recovery. So first off, let's flash the TWRP recovery. Now flashing the recovery file is somewhat different depending on the phone that you own. If your phone has a recovery partition, you could directly flash the recovery in the recovery partition. But if your phone does not have a recovery partition, then you will have to take the help of boot partition and the RAM disk. So for that, first and foremost, you have to use this command and verify if your phone has a recovery partition or not. So as you could see over here, it's the recovery partition, and in this case there is no recovery partition. In my phone there is no recovery partition. So in such case, you will have to take the help of the boot command. So if your phone has a recovery partition, you may use the fastboot flash recovery. But since my phone does not have a boot partition, I'll use the fastboot boot command to temporarily boot my phone to the recovery. Moreover, the recovery file usually varies depending on the firmware and the current Android version. So as of now, I am on the Android version 13.1. So I'll have to use that recovery itself. Just a minute. Now transfer this recovery file inside the platform folder on your PC. Then type in the command. If your phone has a recovery partition, you may type in fastboot flash recovery twrp.img. But if there is no recovery partition on your phone, then you will have to use the boot command. So type in fastboot boot twrp.img, and your phone should now reboot to the twrp recovery. It will boot just for the one-time usage. From the subsequent time, it will automatically be replaced by the stock recovery because we have used just the boot command. So let's wait for the phone to boot to the twrp recovery, and then we will move ahead with the next fix. So guys, in my case, as of now, my phone is stuck in the fastboot mode. As you could see, it's not able to boot to the twrp recovery, even though I've used the commands successfully. Fastboot boot. This is happening because as of now, as I've shown you, my boot partition is currently corrupted, and only the first fix worked for me because when I flashed the stock boot img, it worked well and good. And as of now, my boot partition is corrupted, and on my phone, which is the OnePlus 9 Pro, there is no recovery partition. So we'll have to use the boot partition to flash the recovery and use the recovery file. Since there is no recovery partition and I'm using the boot partition, but as of now, my boot partition is itself corrupted, so I'm not able to use the boot partition to flash the recovery, and that is why my phone is not able to boot to the recovery. If in my case I had a recovery partition as well, then the recovery and the boot partition would have been separate, and I could easily have used the fastboot flash recovery command. It would have no impact with the boot partition, but since there is no recovery partition in my phone, I have to take the help of boot partition, and my boot partition is currently corrupted, so I cannot use this command to get the job done. So if you are also in the same boat, then you will have to skip this method and move ahead with the next fix. On the other hand, if your phone has a recovery partition, then simply flash the recovery via the fastboot flash recovery command. Then you will be inside the twrp recovery, and you will just have to flash the firmware zip file using the go to install section and transfer the firmware file onto your phone. Once you are inside the recovery, your phone will then be shown here in the file explorer. You may simply transfer the file. Once the file transfer is done, just go to the install section of recovery and flash the zip file as you flash any other zip file. If you have still any doubt, you will refer to my guide and the video on how to flash this recovery. And after flashing the entire firmware, just do a reboot to system, and your phone should now reboot to the OS. And that's not it. Even the yellow warning sign will be gone from your phone. That's one more benefit of this tweak. With that said, as I've told you earlier as well, if your phone does not have a recovery partition, then this fix will not work for you, as it's not working for me as well. So in that case, we'll have to move ahead with the third fix. So the third fix involves flashing the entire fastboot ROM onto your phone. This fastboot ROM will wipe off all the data from your phone, but it will rectify the issue. So let me show you how to get this job done. First and foremost, you will have to boot your phone to fastboot mode. As of now, it's stuck in the fastboot screen, so I'll have to power off my phone. So use the volume power up and volume down keys for all the three keys. Press and hold them for around 8 to 10 seconds until your phone powers off. And as soon as it powers off, let go of all the three keys, and now press and hold the power and volume down keys for around 8 to 10 seconds until you feel the vibration, and then let go of the keys. And now you are in the fastboot mode, and you could now flash the fastboot ROM onto your phone. For that, you may get hold of the fastboot ROM for your phone from here. While some are for the Android 11, others are for Android 13. So you may just get hold of the ROM file for OnePlus 7, 7 Pro, 7T. I have all the ones for OnePlus 7 till the OnePlus 10 Pro. As of now, I am using the OnePlus 9 Pro. So download the ROM file and extract them onto your PC. For instance, in the case of OnePlus 9 Pro, let me show you the ROM file. It will be something like this. This is for the OnePlus 9 Pro. So irrespective of the phone, you will have a batch file inside the fastboot ROM. It will be either install.bat, update.bat, upgrade.bat. Any such bat file should be there. Mostly along the following names only: install, update, upgrade. So you just have to launch that batch file, and it will automatically flash all the fastboot files, all the partition files which are there inside the IMG folder in the fastboot and the fastboot D mode. And once the flashing is done, your phone will automatically boot to the OS. And as I've told you, it will wipe off all the data from your phone as well. So with that said, it will wipe off all the data, and your phone will then boot to the OS without any issues. So you may also refer to my video if you have any queries, and simply flash the ROM. As I've told you, let me show you the screenshot as well. It will be either flash all.bat, install.bat or such batch file, just launch the batch file and the flashing will then be done, and then your issue should be fixed. However, if you are still facing the issue, then your last course of action is to take the help of MSM download tool. It is the most extreme approach, and in this approach you will have to boot your phone to the EDL mode, and it will only work for and till the OnePlus 9 series, because from the OnePlus 10 series it has been taken care by the Oppo, and now you have the Oppo flash tool for the OnePlus 10 series onwards. So this hack will only work till the OnePlus 9 series, and in this regard we have to boot our phone to the EDL mode and flash the OPF firmware via the MSM download tool. So for flashing, you will first and foremost have to boot your phone to the fastboot mode, and from there you may use either of these three commands. The command used to work on older OnePlus phone, it no longer works on newer OnePlus phone. Let me show you still. If I type in this command, then as you could see the command should not work now. It used to work earlier, but it has been patched. So from fastboot mode you will not be able to boot to the EDL mode using any of these commands, as you could see from here. So the best way of booting your phone to the EDL mode is using the hardware key combination. So first and foremost, let me launch the device manager and expand the port section. So just keep a tab on the device manager. My phone should be shown here as soon as I boot my phone to the EDL mode. So first off, unplug your phone from the PC, then press and hold all the three keys to power off your phone, that is the power, volume up and volume down keys. And once your phone has been powered off, it will take a few seconds. Now you will have to press and hold the volume up and volume down keys, and while holding both this key, connect your phone to the PC via USB cable, and your phone should be shown here. And now you may let go of both the volume keys and expand the port section, and this is your phone in EDL mode. Once your phone is in the EDL mode, you may then launch the MSM tool and flash the firmware using the MSM tool. I have made a separate guide and the video on the same. You may refer to this video and the guide and download the MSM tool for your phone and then flash the tool. Simply you have to launch the tool from here. Let me show you this, the MSM tool. So simply launch the tool. This is the MSM tool for my phone. Use the exe file to launch the tool and click on yes. And after that you will have to then wait for a few seconds, and your phone will the tool will then open. Click on next, and from here you will have to now hit the start button, and once you click on the start button, the tool will start and wait for the device. And once the tool is up and running, you may now boot your phone to the EDL mode, and as soon as your phone boots to the EDL mode, the flashing will start. Always first and foremost start the EDL tool, the MSM tool, and only then boot your phone to the EDL mode. If you first boot your phone to the EDL mode and then start up the tool, then your phone will exit the EDL mode within 4 to 5 seconds, and the tool will not be able to find any phone in EDL mode. So first start the tool, click on start, and make sure that you are getting the waiting for device, and only then replug your phone to the PC and boot your phone to the EDL mode. And as soon as your PC finds a phone in EDL mode, the tool will start flashing the firmware file, and it will take around 8 to 10 minutes, and after that your phone will then move to the OS. So I have explained all these stuffs in the video as well as the guide. You may refer to this guide and get the job done as well. And the flashing should be done in a matter of 8 to 10 seconds, and after that your phone will then boot to the OS. So guys, these were the 4 methods using which you could rectify this issue. Just to recall, the first fix is using the flashing the stock boot IMG file. It should be of the same firmware which is currently installed onto your phone. So flash the stock boot IMG and then check if it rectifies the issue. If it does not, and if your phone has a recovery partition, then you could try out the second fix. First off, flash the TWRP recovery and then flash the firmware using the recovery. But if your phone does not have a recovery partition, then you might not be able to use this firmware to flashing, because you will not be able to boot your phone to the TWRP recovery because the boot partition might be corrupted. So in that case you have to use the third fix. In the third fix you will have to flash the fastboot ROM. That is quite simple. Just extract the ROM file and launch the batch file. It will automatically flash all the files in the fastboot and the fastboot D mode. But even if that does not work, then you will have to use the MSM tool to get the job done. First and foremost, launch and set up the MSM tool, and after that boot your phone to EDL mode, and the flashing will automatically start. It will take a few minutes, and then the flashing will get complete, and your phone will then move to the OS. So guys, on that note, I round up this video on how you could fix the issue of your phone being stuck at the orange state warning sign. If you still have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.